Good afternoon and welcome back to the channel. As I said before in the previous videos, I don't really do much filming when it's off season. Don't see much point because not much goes on. Obviously I've done videos of birds that we've brought in for breeding, but it's pairing up time now today, so we've paired up. It's the 26th. It's the 26th of January today. We pair the races up as well. So, as you know, we go for a routine of letting them out individually. But today we'll keep them all penned up just for them to get used to each other. There's two pairs in here that aren't quite so keen, but I've given time. So, you know the score. All pairs are let out individually until the second egg has been laid, basically. The lights will be on from 4 o'clock in the afternoon until about 10 o'clock in the evening. So they're gonna get about 10 hours of natural light, and then obviously the lights will go on. The weather's been a bit pissy. I mean, we're going through this storm at the moment, but we have to get this pairing up done today. So we've pretty much done it. We've got the easy bed in here. That's the chosen dressing. It's my missus' favourite. She hates the stuff because drag it in the house. But that's the only downside to it. It's a good dressing for the floor. We've got a heating stick in here, just in case it does get a bit chilly, but it's been quite mild January so far. We have had the odd frosty morning, but it's not been that bad. So, as I said before, you've watched previous videos on breeding here before. This will probably be the last breeding season in this loft. We're waiting for planning permission to go ahead on the new loft. So fingers crossed for that. We should hear back from them in March. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, so I'll go through some of the pairs. Well, all of the pairs. All of the boxes are full this year, so we got 16 pairs. Pen 1 is Brass Pen and Hen with a Leo Herman's cross, Van and Bolt from John Angwin. They've bred some winners for us. Last year they bred birds to score for us in young birds and old birds. Pen 2 is just a feeding pair. We always keep a pair of feeders in here, but they're very good at feeding the young ones, so we'll keep them in here. She came second fed for us. We'll never get rid of her. She's a good hen. Very good for feeding as well. We have bred from her, but she didn't. She was obviously just a racer because she didn't produce anything. So we do keep her for feeding because she does a good job at that. Pen 3, that's the direct son of Rambo with the Dutch hen. She is a prolific breeder. She's bred us countless. We actually can't count how many youngsters and pigeons to score from her, right down from children to great-grandchildren have scored and won. Prolific breeding hen. Rambo cock, he is we only bred from him last year. That was the first year, and he produced a hen that's in pen 4. She was a very good hen for us. She's a beaver down cross. Well, she's a granddaughter of Rambo, and she was a good hen last year in young birds, so we decided to stop her because obviously if we're going to be moving to a different loft and location, we would be risking her obviously getting broken to a new loft. And she's a really class hen in the hand, and she's got the breeding in her to go on and breed herself. She's paired with a direct, parents to that cock are direct beaver dams from Aaron Naismith. The father of that cock's bred numerous winners, so we'll see what he can do for us. It's a bloody camera. Pen 5, we've got the direct daughter of Rambo, and she is with the direct son of Blue Veil Az from Kevin Moran. She's bred winners for us, so that's a new pairing. She's normally in box 10, but we've paired him to him this year. See what happens. In here we've got Boulder's Brass. he needs no introduction. He's bred winners for us, and he's scored for us on the road. Won for us on the road when we was in our old club. Smashed the old club to bits. 13 minutes in front of anyone else. Second fed to 6th combine. He is paired to we call her the Chelsea hen, because she came back last year from racing, or from a training toss, and she was cut up the side of the mouth, so she had a Chelsea smile. She is bred from a double grandson of Sister Rosita, and she is a granddaughter of Cola as well, from Darren Hunt. Pen 7, we've got a blue cock, a blue Cooster cock, and a checker pied end. The blue cock has bred pigeon to score for us, to win for us actually, back in the old club. He's paired to a direct, a Herman Cooster, direct off of John and Clive Jackson. She's a lovely hen, so that's a new pairing. Most of these are new pairings. In here we've got a dark checker cock. He is the grandson of New Euro and Dark Debbie, and the grizzle hen we actually bought her last year from Blackpool, and she is from the Pitbull lines. We got her, she's direct from Mickey Collins. So we bought her last season, but she was too young to breed from, so we let her mature for a year, but she's paired up lovely. In here we've got a brass penning cock. He bred a youngster to score for us last season. He's paired to a Jansen hen from Tommy Lofts. Give her a go this year, see what happens. But should make some nice youngsters. Pen 10. So this is a pure Gabby Van and Beely pair. These are off of Darryl Roderick. That hen there won a hotspot one-off race for Darryl, and that cock there is bred from a cock that we sent up to Darryl. So we'll see what happens with them two. Gabbies have actually scored and won for us, so they're good pigeons on a hard day. So we'll see what happens with them two. Hopefully they can breed some good pigeons. In here we've got a son of favourite Olympiad. Well, he is a Herman Cooster from John Jackson and Clive Jackson. He's bred winners for us, with paired to the Dutch hen, which is in pen 3, and he's paired to an inbred daughter of the old brass penning cock, and that line's just been prolific for us. So we'll see what happens. She needs a cross fired into her, so that'll be perfect. But yeah, he bred a Fednon winner last year, 3rd club as well. So he's a class pigeon. We'll see what happens. In here we've got a pot spilled over, so she's not been too keen on pairing at the moment. Obviously you can see around her scuff where he's been beating her up, but that is a granddaughter of Witty Dirk and Princess 19, Johnny Panis, and the cock in the background we bred ourselves. He is from the 700-pound cock. He is a grandson of Blue Veil Az, when paired to a granddaughter of New Euro Dark Debbie. So I need to get in there and turn that pot. See, that's the trouble when they're all paired up like this. I'm not a massive fan of breeding myself, me and my father, because obviously they spill corn and stuff. It's a bit of a pain, but we'll give them a few days, obviously, to get used to each other. We'll see what happens. She is last year's, so we'll see. Up in pen 13, we've got a Herman Cooster cock paired from John Jackson, Clive Jackson, paired to a brass pennon hen that we've bred ourselves. She's a granddaughter of, she's a direct daughter of the Dutch hen from pen 3, and the old brass penning cock. Them lines have been prolific for us, so you know, we've sent them elsewhere and they've won. They've been bred from elsewhere and they've won, so you know, we'll see what happens. They did breed some consistent pigeons last year, so we'll see what happens with them. In pen 14, we have got a son of that pair up there, so we'll try them. He is paired onto a granddaughter of Rambo and a direct daughter of Boulder's Brass, which is in pen 6. The old man, Brass Penning, he's not filling anymore, so he's in next door in the hen's loft, just to obviously keep him happy. We'll never ever get rid of him. He's retired and he's earned his perch. He's bred countless winners to fed level and high up in the combine, so we'll see what happens there with them two. So in here we've got, so she isn't keen on pairing, and you can see he's been roughing around her neck. He's been beating her up a little bit, but you've got to give him time. If he scalps her, obviously we'll take her out, but at the moment she's just not keen. She should be okay. She was an early bred January last year, so she's old enough to breed from. She's just not keen at the moment. The cock in the background, he is direct from Hades the Unseen from John Angwin. He is full brother to Grizzly Bear as well from Jack Berry. Prolific winners coming from that line. Hotspot, UK Premier one-off race winner. Triple combine winner, come out of this the same way bred. So we'll see what happens there. And she is bred from a double grandson of Sister Rosita and the daughter of Cola, which are actually in box 16. So that's the we call her Sprite, direct from Darren Hunt, and she is paired to the double grandson of Sister Rosita and Prince Kittle. So that's all the breeding pairs at the moment. So everyone's pretty much paired up apart from pen 15 and pen 12. But as I said, we've got to give them time and see what happens. If they don't pair up, then we'll take them out and we'll have to keep the hens for next year to obviously mature a bit more. But she should be pairing up or okay because she's she's a year old now. So we don't like pairing up anything younger than a year. That hen there is from Ronnie and Tracy Nicklin. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully they do pair up. So the plan is now we're just going to let them obviously settle in the boxes, and we'll start letting them out a pair at a time for about 10-15 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour, whatever each. As I said, subscribers that have been on the channel for a long time will know how it goes here. So we let them out individually, all of them individually, hopefully twice a day, until the second egg, and then the shit starts then. So you know, you always get cocks that scrap and they go into other pens, and hens go into other boxes, and you get smashed eggs and beating up young ones. That's why I'm not a massive fan of breeding myself. It's stressful as well. Obviously I'm not here all the time during the day, so I can't keep an eye on them. Father's here as much as he can be, but you know, it's hard to keep an eye on them when you're not here. Well, you can't keep an eye on them, so you're just gonna have to hope and pray that they're behaving. But while I'm here, while we're both here, we keep an eye on them and basically let them out as much as we can, get them all settled and happy. Grit minerals in that box, fresh water, and the corn that we've got just for a minute until the youngsters aren't here and they're just pairing up. They're just on a multitask mix from Bamford's, basically. It's a decent mix. It's just a cheap mix to keep them going until the youngsters stop, you know, coming out the eggs, and then we'll put them onto a breeding mix, probably like Versalaga Start or something. Mix 2 good corns together for breeding. Nothing in the water, just plain water. But we'll come out and make sure they're all fed and watered before we go to bed, and in the morning before I go to work, and father obviously checks on them as well. But that's breeding pretty much in a nutshell until they're all, you know, behaved and going in and out of their boxes. Same with the race birds, they're paired up today. We'll see how it goes up there. We haven't got any lights up there at the moment. Hopefully we'll sort that out this week. But we will be floating an egg from each pair from down here up there, so the race birds can rear a youngster each before racing. So it's pretty much it. It's basic, it's simple, it's not complicated. It's just it can be a pain in the ass, obviously, when pigeons don't pair up and they take a while and then they start to fight, and you know. But hopefully the race birds have gone together absolutely perfect. No trouble at all. It's the stock pigeons. So we'll see how they go. If they don't, they don't. There's nothing much you can do about that. But the majority of them, 14 out of the 16 have paired up lovely, so it won't take long for them to go down. But just for today, just for tonight, we'll keep them in their boxes and let them get acquainted. There is room in them boxes to tread, but tomorrow morning before I go to work, I'll get up at 5 o'clock. I'll get all of these waters refreshed, all of the galley pots filled up with food, and put a little bit in the troughs so when they go out, try and get a couple of pairs out before I go to work. And that's pretty much it, guys. Hope your breeding season is going smoothly. We'll see what happens with ours. Hopefully, you know, the ones that don't pair up do come too. So hope you've all had a good breeding season so far, and we'll see you on the next video. Enjoy your pigeons, guys. Enjoy breeding season. Cheers.